Hey guys, Shadowz here. Welcome back to another Gears 5 video. Today we are going to be discussing the return of Ranked TDM, Ranked FFA update, huge gameplay changes and more in Gears 5. Operation 4 Brothers in Arms has honestly been a massive step in the right direction, the breath of fresh air that Gears 5 really needed, and while the new Gears coins earnable currency, store revamp and the introduction of the new ranking system is great for the game, TC aren't quite done just yet and actually far from it, with the next set of updates going live later today on August 4th. Earlier this week, TC announced some upcoming gameplay and game mode changes that I generally think each and every Gears of War player out there should be happy about, depending on what you do really enjoy playing inside of Gears 5. Recently, TC released their weekly What's Up series, which honestly guys, I haven't usually been covering here on YouTube just because there is normally not so much information to go off that can't be shared over on social media like Twitter. However, this time around TC are actually coming through with a ton of solid news and information that has definitely piqued my interest and I think will catch your eyes as well. Firstly, scoring inside a ranked King of the Hill is going to be updated to help out reflect the top performing players, allowing them to stand out a lot better than they currently are. Ranked FFA is getting a huge crazy change as well, with a massive update leaning away from its biggest game mode ever mentality, being reduced from the madness of 14 players per lobby all the way down to 8 players per match, allowing TC to increase the number of available playable maps, while at the same time also addressing the longer matchmaking at times in these select regions across the world. With this change to FFA in Gears 5, this does mean that the original escape tile theme maps in Core, Pit and Nevercut are going to be removed from FFA in Gears 5 in favour of a much larger pool of 5v5 maps including Asylum, Canals, District, Foundation, Harbour, Lift, Reactor, Training Grounds, Vazgar, and of course way more in the future as TC do gather feedback and playtest on the other missing maps. Both King of the Hill and Free For All will be seeing these changes go live later today alongside the weekly store refresh, usually around 6 PM here in the UK. Next up, Team Deathmatch is making its triumphant return to Ranked as a game mode at the start of the official new season, which begins on, by the way, August 18th, with a few unexpected but welcoming changes. Once preseason does end, Ranked TDM is going to be returning as a 4v4 game mode, with limiting matchmaking choices in the playlist itself being solo and duos only. Lastly, the developer playlist has been one of the best additions to Gears 5 so far, as it does allow TC to implement gameplay tuning changes on the fly, with the community available at all times to jump in and provide that instant out-of-studio feedback that really does help TC go a lot further, trying to get Gears 5 into a much better state itself, especially when looking back at the launch in September of last year. The latest developer playlist arriving in just a few days on August 6th is to focus on adding more depth to Gears 5 combat by balancing the viability of each individual playstyle, whether it be wall bouncing, strafing, roadie strafing, or all of the above mixed together. As you can see on screen right now, TC have just gone leaps and bounds to going forward to try and bring the consistency across the ADS and hipfire to a much better place in game, with the spread of the Nasher as seen by the red crosses which being a hit and the green crosses being a miss, to try and improve the overall consistency expected. Other massive changes in the game itself do include blind fires over cover, hitting the same location every single time, instead of your character just wandering leading to a miss. Hipfire shots immediately fired after cancelling a wall slide will also hit the same location every single time. Performing a back A from cover has also been applied with the same location method when performing a reoccurring action. Movement strafing is returning to a more front and center stage, as the Nasher spread will keep the same pattern at a consistent size, while strafing, bouncing or roadie running. The final gameplay tuning change to the Nasher combat specifically, which just looks amazing like the rest of the before and after shots, is the fact that the Nasher shotgun no longer causes camera shake to an enemy player, which before seeing this I didn't even notice that how drastic it was actually affecting the gunfights in game. Like, this is a pretty crazy change right here. With all these fundamental changes to close quarter combat around the movement and the Nasher shotgun, only available in the developer playlist in a few days time. I could see TC implementing it across the whole game very soon indeed, especially if the positive feedback itself is flooding in, which from what I can tell looking at the Gears 5 official blog post will happen, as even for me, it looks like TC have done a real good job diving deep into the mechanics of the game to try and make the overall Gears 5 versus multiplayer experience much better for every single player out there. Please make sure to leave me a comment down below telling me what you think, or what is your guys' opinion on the changes to the several ranked game modes, as well as also the gameplay tuning changes for now only being implemented into the developer playlist. For me personally, I do think King of the Hill still needs drastic improvements for the solo player, but it's definitely getting there. I'm a big fan of the ranked FFA and ranked TDM changes, just giving a more player choice and faster matchmaking experiences for two of the most important core game modes of Gears 5 that definitely deserve to have a thriving player population. So there you have it guys, for full details on ranked TDM returning, ranked FFA update, huge gameplay changes and more in Gears 5. Give the video a thumbs up and share if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're not already. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I shall see you in the next one.